leaving Beckway now after a pretty fun several days here. This anchorage was a bit rolly. I don't know if that's because of Hurricane Tammy or other reasons. But so motoring out of here, I don't know if there's going to be good winds. We're heading towards Canawan. Jed and Sharon will be there, so it'll be really great to see them again after I think I saw them over a month ago. It's gonna be great to meet up. We'll be a little wolf pack out there, 3 of us. Yeah, I really hope there's some wind on this trip because I don't feel like motoring the whole way. From Beckway to Canawan is roughly the same distance from St. Lucia to Martinique, so for me that's like 5 hours or something like that, depending on how fast I go. We're sailing on this course, getting around 4 knots, which I'm entirely okay with. Below 3 on this trip, and I turn the motor on just because I want to get there in a reasonable amount of time. I let out a fishing line with something on it. I have no idea what I'm doing though, so I don't expect a bite. We're about an hour away, been motoring for a while. The motor's holding up fine, by the way, no overheating. The theory of my friend Ryan is that it was kind of rolly and I was really gunning it, and it's possible for a little air bubble to get in there and that'll stop circulation, and then you stop it and the air bubble goes away in a little while. So that would explain everything that happened, at least, and why it's running fine now, but I'm just keeping an eye on it. I think I'm gonna get a concussion today. For some reason, I've been hitting my head on basically anything that's really hard. Here we are in Canawan. To my port side, there's no regrets with Troy and Evie. And to my starboard side, there's Tropic Bird with Jed and Sharon. All together. This place is gorgeous. There's like no one here. It's just like this idyllic, movie-like tropical island. It looks super cool. We're in Canawan right now on a golf cart trip.
Let's go.
A long time ago.
But it's their 1-year anniversary on their boat. So we're actually kind of, the bay we're in is kind of far from the marina. You have to take a taxi. So we figured there's another bay right there, so let's just move our boats over there and then we can celebrate their 1-year boat anniversary with them. We're moved. This place is a bit rollier than we were before, but it did not have sunsets like this. It is pretty cool on a boat. You want to go someplace else, you just pick up and move your house. You've got all your stuff with you, and it's pretty easy. All right, we're on our way to the next island. This one is Morea, something like that. Mora? I'll look it up. Tropic Bird and I were at the same bay, so we're just heading out together, and no regrets, will meet up with us there as well. It's pretty close to Canawan. It should be, with good wind, like an hour, maybe a little bit over, something like that. When all said and done, probably an hour and a half. Probably doesn't look it on video, but we're super close to each other. It's cool. I don't know what Jed's doing with his Genoa though. Why, hello there. This is Salt Whistle Bay? Yeah. Okay. We did one night in Meru, and now we're on our way to Tobago Keys. Apparently there's lots of sea turtles there, so that should be cool. There's like no wind, so it's probably gonna be motoring unless wind shows up once we get around the island. Probably gonna do one night in Tobago Keys, and then Union maybe come back to Meru. Who knows? Your house is a boat. You can go anywhere for as long or as little time as the local government allows. After one night in Tobago Keys, we're off to the next stop, which I believe we're going to Union Island, Chatham Bay. Tobago Keys is pretty nice. Swam with some turtles, but it's time to move on. My mainsail is kind of bunched up in the furler, so I can't actually get it out right now. So I'm just sailing on the Genoa, and I'm still getting 5.3 knots. So that's pretty great. I'll take it. Here I am at the top of Tropic Bird's mast, working on the Windex. The top part, yeah. Working on fixing his Windex. It's beautiful from up here. Here's some charter boats. Here's the view. There's a little blooper. We went to leave Chatham Bay right now, and I totally fucked up pulling my mainsail out, and now it's stuck and I can't get it back in. I need to undo that mess. The wind is really strong. I'm trying to go back in and anchor and find a quiet spot. Oh my god. Learning something new every day. I wish the wind wasn't so strong, but I wish the opposite right before I messed up. Alright, with Jed's help, we managed to get the line off. Required a little bit of ingenuity and a little bit of brute force. It was kind of scary for a little bit because I had my sail up, so anytime a wind would blow, even though I'm on anchor, I would just swoosh across, and that was kind of rough. But alright, I think we're ready to actually sail again. Since I already had my sail up, I just sailed off the anchor. Why not? There was no one behind me. I've been wanting to try that and you know, take advantage of a bad situation. Sailing along, but the wind and sea state was a little tough for me, at least. So I pulled my Genoa in for a while just so I could get my bearings, and now I've got just like a little handkerchief out, getting ready to do a tack soon. It's good practice, but I'm definitely sweating. Sailing with just a little bit of Genoa, all the main. It's a lot of fun. No. It's kind of intense, hitting like almost 6 knots when the wind really gusts, and the boat's heeling over quite a bit. But it's all safe. It's good. It's good learning. When in doubt, let it out. Just let the main sheet out if it becomes too much. or just go into the wind or something like that. But probably gonna tack soon. I'm working on my single-handed tack. This all would be a lot easier with somebody else, but I am having a lot of fun. Oh my god, I've tacked like 20 times. It's better than a gym. Out of breath. But I'll get maybe better each time. It's hard to see through my terrible windshield, but that's Tropic Bird over there. And I know they're handicapping themselves, but this is the first time I've ever caught up to them. So I feel a little proud of myself. We're here in Clifton Bay. The sail yesterday was a lot of fun, but pretty tiring. It is super windy. It's just blowing non-stop all night. We're on mooring balls, so it should be fine. Oh, it's a little, you gotta trust your lines. So these e-bikes are from the Union Island Environment Alliance. We're their very first customers, and they are great. It's a lot of fun. I wouldn't say it's easy sometimes, because the hills can be steep enough that the assist isn't getting you all the way up. But they're a lot of fun, and for the most part, it's been great. Highly recommend. Here we have our first electric bike casualty. Sharon down. Sharon down.
I don't know where you're going.
We've left Clifton Bay and we're going to a little island called Mopion, something like that. Based on the description, it looks like the kind of place you can only really experience if you are on a boat of some kind. It's like a little tiny island, middle of nowhere. The description says enough sand for one umbrella. So pulled out of Clifton Bay. I'm on sail right now. It's great. I'm getting good speed. The wind's good. The sea's good. Really enjoying it. Looking forward to seeing this tiny little island. Pretty shallow here, especially with the waves. Uh-oh. We did one night in Chatham Bay after going to Mopion, just because Chatham Bay was close and it was a nice leisurely sail. Now we're heading to Meru again, a bay called Saline Bay. I think it's quite nice. Not a lot of wind, but I'm doing like 4.5 knots, so that's pretty exciting. I think should be a one-pack passage, so looking forward to it. Time to tack. So we were at Saline Bay one night, but when we got there, we discovered that there's a leak in Tropic Bird. So that needs to be resolved, and it requires a haul out. So we spent this morning, well, Jed spent this morning figuring out what he wants to do and decided to go north. Now, there's not really anything I can do, but as a responsible buddy boat, I'm going with them just to make sure, you know, if anything happens, there's at least a boat nearby that can help them. So we're basically trying to go all the way back to Martinique as fast as possible. So it should be a lot of sailing the next few days, which I'm pretty excited about. But right now, going from Saline Bay in Meru to the bay in Canawan. So it should be a pretty short sail, and then we're gonna check out in Canawan.